Hello Capricorn and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your fortnightly reading for September the 1st through to the 15th, and we are in the beautiful earth of Virgo season. Should be very compatible energy. And so this is going to be really lovely for you, the shift in the energy. And yeah, we have a lovely full moon in the sign of Pisces happening on September the 11th, give or take a day, depending on where you are in the world. And this is a very highly intuitive, even psychic moon, but it can be where you're a moon where you're very highly sensitive to other people, how other people are feeling, and it can sometimes be a blurring of the boundaries of that. But let's see what's coming in through for you. We have Temperance, Balance and Harmony, and Knight of Feathers, Action and Focus. Okay, fantastic. So I think that ultimately this is saying they're wanting you to really focus on some things that can bring in this balance and harmony, even to do with your health or healthy balances in your life at this moment in time. Have a sit with it, have a think with it, and then it's a matter of taking some action to kind of bring in this lovely energy of the Temperance, which calms everything down and brings this lovely balance. We've also got Two of Crystals, Balance and Adaptability. So it may be trying new directions, trying new things you hadn't thought of before. It may require a little bit of flexibility, and it may be a bit of a balancing act or wanting to put something back into balance. Again, this is the card of balance. So you've got two cards of balance coming through with Temperance, Balance, Harmony, and Two of Crystals, Balance and Adaptability. So they are asking you to take action and to really focus on this energy at this moment in time. But yeah, it is about just being open to what comes up and what directions you find, what new horizons you might find yourself traversing over at this moment in time. So let's see what else is coming through. What is shifting and changing for Capricorn? And Capricorn, I just wanted to let you know that this reading is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon and Rising. Always recommend to watch all three of your placements if you know where they are, because they give you the fuller picture of what's going on for you. And this is a general reading, Capricorn. Just take what feels right and leave the rest. And also excited to let you know that I'm opening up to a greater variety of readings as well as some one-on-one healing. So if you're interested in that, the link for that is in the description box below. So let's see what is shifting and changing for you. The Magician did pop out. It didn't quite feel right, but what I was getting with that, they gave me a message is it's what you're consciously aware of. So some things are possibly popping up into your awareness that the universe wants you to kind of focus on here. We've got Cup 2 Moon Cancer. This is to do with a relationship or an energy exchange with somebody else. It can be love relationship or any kind of relationship in your life. So I feel like, yeah, something that's potentially been a little bit out of balance, and this may have been to do with the dynamic of the relationship, or maybe there was something going on with the other person. This relationship can be friends, it can be family, it can be a love relationship, it can be a work relationship, it can be anyone, a neighbour. So maybe there's boundary issues with a neighbour. All of this is coming in terms of just working things through and re-establishing some kind of equilibrium that's coming in. So let's see where this is going, Capricorn. Let's see where this is all going. Okay, let's see. I've just got to get the right Capricorn energy into the cards. Okay, big choice. Okay, choices coming up. What is the right direction? That's the big question. You're wanting some clarity here. Oh, maybe there's some old things coming up. But yeah, I feel like it's kind of looking at this, bringing in some energies, looking at some old issues that are coming up here. But I feel like there's a lovely resolution here. And again, we've got the Six of Pentacles, which is the card. You can see the scales of reestablishing balance. So that is a really, really like significant message to come through. The Lover's card. So we've got the Lover's card and the card of love with the Two of Cups. So both of these cards together would suggest that there are soulmate energies around you. They don't have to necessarily be romantic, as I mentioned, but there are choices to come in around love and relationships and the connections, and in particular, a particular relationship, I would say. Crossed by the Eight of Wands, it kind of feels like there wants to be a positive or needs to be a positive shift here. but you're not potentially, like, this is also the card of focus. So you are getting action and focus, but this feels like with this choice pending or a decision that's coming up here, it's kind of hard to focus. Maybe you don't know what to focus on. And so we have in your conscious mind the Ace of Swords, which is clarity, a brilliant idea, solutions, being able to cut energetic ties as well. So new contracts or reworking of contracts. So the Ace of Swords is, you're potentially wanting something to be really clear where it's not at this moment when it comes to making a particular choice here in terms of a positive shift into a new direction. At the base, we've got the Six of Cups. So this is the past that's come back. This is the past energy and the Six of Cups also wants to bring back more harmony within relationships. But because the past is there, that's why I feel like these are old issues that potentially haven't been resolved, or something from the past has come back up to be looked at now. So, interesting. It can be a trip down memory lane because this can be sentimental energy. Maybe you're feeling very sentimental about this relationship or this person, and it's kind of hard to move it into a new, or to make this decision perhaps, or to move it into, to bring this positive shift in, or at least a shift and change of focus. So it's a tricky one because I feel like there could be some really nice feelings between you and this other person. And sometimes this is kind of like having the difficult conversation that you need to have. We need to talk about where we're heading, or we need to talk about money, or we need to sit down, and something kind of needs to be addressed here that's coming up with this. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, I would say. Because I can see there's a positive shift that comes through with this. Okay, it is ultimately the aim of this is to restore something that's kind of gone a bit out of balance with this relationship, or within the circumstances of what's going on in your world, or at this moment in time. So in the recent past, we've got the Emperor. So it does feel like it's almost like you had this, the Emperor's like, you're kind of feeling the need to take action. It's kind of like I feel like I need to step in here and take charge or make this decision, because potentially the other person is not seeing it or won't make it, or it's hard. So it kind of feels a little bit like that. But then you're kind of gone, well, how do I make this choice or communicate this choice? The Ace of Swords can be clear communication as well. So in the near future, we've got the Five of Wands. So this can be where it's a bit of conflict that comes in. This can be a challenge or a battle of some sort, something that you've been struggling with. And it's like, absolutely, I feel like you're addressing something that it's hard. It's having that hard conversation that needs to happen. This is uncomfortable energy, but it's just necessary. I think that's possibly why there's some sense of, with the Lover's card, there's a little bit of, I kind of feel like, apprehension perhaps about making this choice or decision, but because you are going to come up against this Five of Wands energy. But I think it's all good. Ultimately, it's kind of like a necessary thing. It's like sometimes talking about the elephant in the room, or the thing that you kind of have been avoiding talking about for whatever reason. Something's been put off or put on hold, and it's like finally you need to have that conversation, or at least communicate in some way, so that we're kind of knowing what's going on here. It feels like it needs like a positive shift into a new cycle or a new direction. So you're presenting as the Two of Wands, which is wanting to start something new, leave an old energy behind. This can even be like for some of you, this is like a breakup energy. You're wanting to move on from somebody else. It doesn't have to be that, because it just be you're wanting to move on from an old energy, an old issue that is constantly recurring, or that this has come up again. So maybe someone from the past has returned, and it's kind of like, I want to move on from this energy. Maybe it's just like there's something unresolved here with whatever this is. You're ready to step into the new and leave that behind. The energy around you is this Queen of Wands. So I feel like this is possibly the person that you're dealing with. This Queen of Wands energy could quite literally be a Leo. It doesn't have to necessarily be so, or another fire sign. But this is potentially somebody that is very charismatic. There's a lot of warmth here in this relationship. Somebody that potentially you love or that you admire, that you kind of get on with. There's a nice flow of energy with this Queen of Wands. So this Queen of Wands energies is also very discerning. So it's kind of like if you're single and you're looking for love and you're thinking, well, maybe I need to look in different directions. Maybe it's all about the choices that I'm making. Maybe I have to look in new places or make some clear different choices because something's been out of balance. It's been a challenge for me. This Queen of Wands is being very discerning. So it doesn't matter what's going on, like what the situation is, whatever's been not addressed and out of balance, this Queen of Wands energy is just, like I said, this is an energy around of somebody being very discerning with the way they're handling a situation and what energies they're drawing towards them and what opportunities they're drawing towards them at this moment in time as well. So that's the Queen of Wands. And that's why I feel like this is actually a good relationship that's coming in here, that just something needs to be addressed. As your hopes and fears, you've got the Eight of Cups. So when I say good relationship, there's been some good feelings here. Whether they still exist, because could go either way with this energy, really. Maybe you're thinking of breaking up with somebody, but it's kind of like it's hard to do it because there is still some good energy between the two of you. But ultimately, the Eight of Cups, this is wanting to walk away from something that's been deeply unfulfilling, no matter what the relationship status is or how you're kind of relating to this person or just love and relationships in general. It's like something's been deeply unfulfilling, and this is the thing that needs to be I see you addressing it and bringing it up. So this is the Queen of Swords. Very much this is the clear communication. This is how I feel, bringing it up, and the other person's kind of potentially got their arms crossed, not necessarily well received at first, or they're just kind of going, I need to think about it. So somebody is, I feel like this is you, Capricorn, could be the other person, but somebody is giving, had this idea here with the Ace of Swords and communicating it to the other person. Ultimately, though, I see that the result is fulfillment. That's kind of what you're looking for here. So it's kind of like if you are single, you're going to be very clear about what it is that you want, what it is that you don't want. It's kind of like clear out. Don't even bother. If you are in an existing relationship, it may be this is where you're bringing up that difficult conversation either way, no matter whatever. But it is going to lead to things starting to line up. This other energy this other person, somebody needs to sit with it for a moment. They're kind of not necessarily welcoming this energy, but ultimately it leads to deeper fulfillment for you. So that's what comes in with the Nine of Cups, is fulfillment. So ultimately with the Six of Pentacles, this is where you're wanting to restore balance within a relationship, within the give and take within a relationship or what's going on. So sometimes this can be like, discussions around money with the Six of Pentacles. Who's paying for what? Is somebody not, it can be that awkward conversation about money that comes up. It can be or responsibilities or just anything, maybe I'm always listening to you when you're never listening to me kind of thing. So it's just wanting to restore the balance. So whoever's giving, be open to receive. Whoever's receiving a lot, be open to give. Sometimes people don't give because they don't think what they've got to give is worthwhile. And so it's kind of just restoring some kind of balance here through a conversation, through bouncing off. So speaking of conversations, here we have our lovely Mr. Star coming in. So it feels very much, this is very much the Mercury and Libra energy that's happening at the moment, and Mercury does go retrograde. So Mercury and Libra is the Libra energies. There's always an other, and you're always communicating, talking to someone and working things through with another person. But in the retrograde energy, which is what the Six of Cups is, you're going back over things, revising, reworking, re-editing things that are happening within a relationship, and kind of reworking the structures and re-establishing harmony and balance. So that process in itself is going to be deeply fulfilling with the Nine of Cups. So we have as your affirmation card, I listen with love to my body's messages. Now, this is a very Virgo energy. good Virgo energy is all about connecting into the mind-body connection, listening to your body. So it can be a very healthy energy. Sometimes your body's giving you messages like, ouch, that hurts, or that feels good, or that feels tight, or I don't want to do that, I'm tired, or oh, I've got lots of energy, I need to get this out. So listen to what your body is saying. Your body holds wisdom, and that's what I feel like you're going to get a lot of messages that come in around this situation. It says, my body is always working towards optimum health. Okay. So this balance energy could be to do quite literally with your health or somebody's health, or just the healthiness of the balance within a relationship, healthy relationships. My body wants to be whole and healthy. I cooperate and become healthy, whole, and complete. So I like the healthy, whole, and complete energy because it's a very holistic energy. It's not just the body. It's like mind, body, spirit. So you might be starting with your body, like listening to your body. Maybe it's a great time to start some kind of healthy cycle around your body at this moment in time, whatever your body's needing, and then kind of let it expand from there, because then you're going, okay, well, what do I need emotionally? What does my spirit need? And it's a very nourishing and wholesome energy that's coming through that you're working with here, Capricorn. It also says, I deserve the best and I accept the best now. I love it. Okay, it says, I'm mentally and emotionally equipped to enjoy a prosperous and loving life. It is my birthright to deserve all good. I claim my good. And that's kind of what you're doing. You know, it's this sense of you deserve the best. And so if there's something here that is kind of just that's gone a little bit out of balance, then, you know, you're wanting a prosperous and long life. You're wanting to be happy within this relationship or with whatever this relationship represents to you. And so it's just in general going to bring in this temperance energy of balance and harmony, which makes everything feel better and calmer. So yeah, it's like perhaps you maybe with what's been out of balance, what have you kind of accepted as second best, or what have you compromised on that you don't want to do anymore? So that could be some of the things that are coming up with this, or what, yeah. So let's see, let's pull a charm. Ooh, we've got the key. You've got the key. Interestingly, I think Virgo got exactly the same key. So we'll see if this is an earth sign thing that's coming in here, but you hold the key. You hold the key to all of this, which is why you're the emperor. You're the one in charge of this. You're bossing up with all of this, and you hold the key to open something up, open up a conversation, open up something, you know, so that something can blossom in your life, this relationship or a part of your life or this other person's life can start to bloom and blossom. So it's a really lovely energy to come through for you, Capricorn. So lots to work with. I feel like it's like I said, I feel like it's quite gentle, and there's some nice things that come through. Even if you're kind of thinking of breaking up with somebody, it could be like a nice breakup, which I know that doesn't sound like it makes sense, but sometimes you can do it in a gentler way. Sometimes you can kind of work through and come to mutual things. Sometimes if it is not a gentle breakup, it can be that there's friends and people around you supporting you that can make it gentler. I just get whatever this is, there's a softer transition to it. If you're in an existing relationships or looking for relationships, this is a very positive energy of working and reestablishing balancing within that relationship, which is really nice, balance and harmony. So does require, adaptability, but that's the message, Capricorn. So thanks so much for joining me. I'd be curious to know how this is resonating, so please leave a comment. And unfortunately, there's no extended reading this week, Capricorn. I was ill earlier in the week and I kind of lost a couple of days, so I've had to not be able to do as much as I can this week, but next time we'll definitely have the extendeds coming back. And yeah, please also just like and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and share if you think this will help somebody. And please take care, Capricorn. And if you're interested in any of those extra services I mentioned, the link for that will be in the description box below.